So, you probably know how hard it is to choose a gaming monitor. There's so many different features for different types of games. You've got resolution, you've got response time, you've got refresh rate, you've got size, you've got flat or curved. It's so hard to find the right monitor for what games you play. And then, from all of those choices, you've got to pick and choose the features that you want for the type of games that you play, and find a monitor that fits in your budget. And hopefully you don't have to sacrifice any of those features to make it in your budget. This is the LG 27GL850-B. I think I said that right. And if you find yourself in a similar situation to this, I think you should stick around. I think this might be the video for you. So what we have here is a fantastic monitor that, in my opinion, is a great middle ground for all of those choices you have to make when choosing a monitor. And it'll really fit any type of game that you end up playing. So let's take a look at exactly why I'm saying this. So the main features of this monitor are actually pretty amazing. We get a 27-inch Quad HD 1440p IPS panel with 144Hz and 1 millisecond response time. This is what makes this monitor so special, the fact that we get such high image quality and such a low response time, as well as all the other benefits of an IPS panel. It's usually one or the other, and it's actually LG's Nano IPS technology. This is what they put in the higher end TVs, so it's pretty great that we're actually getting this in a gaming monitor. So because of that, we're actually getting all of those other features, plus great colours and great viewing angles, all in a gaming monitor. So this is exactly what I mean when I say it's a great middle ground, because if you're like me and sometimes you switch from competitive FPS games to those beautiful single player games, you don't have to limit yourself to one type of monitor. So if you're like me and you're often switching between those two types of games, you don't have to sacrifice image quality or response time. But I'm not quite done yet. This monitor also supports adaptive sync, so whether you're on AMD or Nvidia, both G-Sync and FreeSync are supported with this monitor, which is also good because you don't have to limit yourself to a certain type of graphics card in the future, if you can get one. So let's take a look at the design of this monitor. On the top and on the sides we've got very minimal bezels, with the chin being made of a matte black plastic. This is the only noticeable bit on the front of the monitor, and there's just a little LG logo on the bottom. I really do like the design of this monitor, and the minimal bezels make it great for if you put more than one of these next to each other. On the back of the monitor, it's nothing special really, but for some reason they decided to go with a bright red ring and a bright red Ultra Gear logo. You can't actually see this from most angles anyway, but if you could see this in my setup, I think that I'd think twice before buying this monitor, because I've just got nothing else red in my setup and just a bright red ring sticks out a lot. They've also got red on the stand, but luckily the entire stand can come off with the push of a button. But if you do decide to keep it on the stand, you do get height adjustments, you get tilt, you get rotation. You can actually rotate the entire monitor 90 degrees on the stand and have it in portrait mode. It is important to note that you don't actually get any swivel with this monitor. Also on the back of the monitor, this is where we have the ports. It's a pretty standard array of ports, there's nothing too special here. We get one display port, 1.4, we get two HDMI ports, two USB ports and a headphone jack. The headphone jack's there because we don't actually have any speakers in this monitor. But I mean, who uses monitor speakers anyway? So I'm just editing this video and like usual I've left something out. So I forgot to mention that this monitor actually comes with a USB-A to USB-B cable. Now this can be plugged into your PC, or it could be more handy if you plug it into a laptop. Once you plug this in, this allows the USB ports on the back of the monitor to be used as if they were connected directly to your laptop or your PC. So it's handy with a laptop because you can plug in any extra peripherals like a mouse or a keyboard, plug them into the monitor and it'll act as if they're directly plugged into the laptop. Underneath the monitor, in the middle, we've got a joystick to control the on-screen menu. I'm pretty impressed with the menu. You can customize it quite a lot and quite in depth to get it exactly how you want it. The menus are pretty easy to navigate through, and you can even set different presets for if you want to switch on the fly. You could maybe have one for gaming and maybe have one for watching movies or doing some work. We also get a variety of crosshairs for while you're gaming, so just put a little dot or a little cross in the middle of your screen, which is a nice little touch. Just makes it that gaming monitor. So I've been praising this monitor quite a lot in this video, but there are a few things that really don't impress me that much. Mainly, and this is kind of a personal one, but that bright red ring, I just don't know why they went with the bright red ring. I really don't like that bright red ring, it's just, why? And the bright red on the stand, if I was keeping my monitor on the stand and not putting it on the monitor arm, I'd definitely think twice before buying this one. Just because it just doesn't match anything. Next is, while this monitor does support HDR, it's only HDR 400, so it's not the best really. I just tend to leave it off. It's pretty dull. The monitor's just not bright enough to support HDR really. So I just wouldn't really recommend using that at all. Finally, while this monitor is advertised as 1 millisecond response time, it can achieve that, they weren't lying about that, but out of the box, it isn't actually set to that. So the 1 millisecond response time is classed as fastest in the on-screen menu. So out of the box, it actually comes on fast, which is, I'd say, about 2 or 3 millisecond response time. So you can change it to the fastest, which is 1 millisecond response time, but when you do that, you get a little bit of pixel trailing on some faster moving objects or faster moving characters on screen. So it doesn't look as good, and you kind of lose a bit of that image quality. Well, not quality, but it just doesn't look as good. So I'd tend to leave it on the fast, which is what it comes out as on the box. That's probably why they left it as fast, not fastest. So it's really not a huge issue, because if you really do want that 1 millisecond response time, you can always change it. It's just a few clicks in the menu. So this monitor obviously has a lot of fantastic features, and in my opinion, it just makes it an all-around perfect gaming monitor. You've got great quality, you've got great responsiveness, it's just a great monitor for gaming. All different types of games will play great on this. So while I haven't had the chance to test out editing a full YouTube video on this will actually be the first video that you're watching now that I've edited on this monitor. I have had the chance to make a few TikToks, which you should definitely go and follow me on. I'll put a link on screen and in the description down below. Head over there and follow me on that. And from that, just making those quick TikToks, it's been pretty cool. It's obviously not the most colour accurate monitor in the world, but that's not what it's meant to be. If you want that, then you're probably watching the wrong video. But for a gaming monitor, I don't really have any complaints. And if you're doing some pretty basic creative work like me, some YouTube videos or some TikToks or whatever, then I think it'll be perfect for it. But what about you out there who are after the most responsive, quickest monitor out there? Well, luckily for you serious gamers, I do have a 240Hz 1080p LG Ultra Gear monitor coming in this week. So make sure you subscribe, because I will have a video on that monitor coming out pretty soon as well. Be in the next week or two. Just get this one sorted and then I'll start recording that one. So I might go ahead and put these monitors head to head, 144Hz versus 240Hz. See if it's actually noticeable or not. So finishing off, the games that I've played on this monitor feel great. They feel silky smooth and I feel so connected to the game. The clarity and the responsiveness of the monitor is absolutely amazing. It's really something else. I really do recommend this monitor, so if you're thinking about picking it up, I'll have links for it down below. And if you're interested in pricing, go ahead and take a look down there. And if you do end up using one of my affiliate links, then thank you a lot. It helps the channel out loads. So this is actually my new main monitor. I'll be using this for gaming and editing videos and stuff, and I'm really excited to start using this monitor properly. I've only had it for a few days so far, but just to take a look at it for this video. But I'm really excited to dive into it and just see what this monitor is really about. It does retail for £450, but I picked this up on sale for £300, so it's on sale quite a lot. I've seen it a few times on sale for around £300. So if you can pick it up for £300, that's an absolute steal for this monitor. 144Hz, 1440p, 1 millisecond response time for £300. That's mind blowing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you for watching to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one.